Hey, this is Cardona from Cardona Pinball. It's in my home game room. Just had a little more advice for those who are like myself, kind of cost conscious and also want to do a little bit of sound dampening when you got a lot of machines down here. So one of the things I had told you in a previous video when I built this room is that I put rock wool in the entire ceiling. So a lot of houses, you don't insulate in an interior, like, you know, they don't normally put insulation in the interior between one floor to the next. It would be the only insulation you would put is for heat, not necessarily for sound. So you put that in the attic. And then, so normally this, like a basement ceiling, wouldn't have anything. So I put, not only did I put insulation, but I put rock wool, which is specifically, well, it's really designed as a fire barrier, but it's so thick that it's really great for sound dampening. So that's great. So when I have all these machines going and they're playing, you can't hear it that much upstairs. But the problem is you have multiple machines going. So I just started up 3. You can imagine if I had a party and I had 6 people playing at the same time, then, you know, a few people are hanging out over here at the bar area, or maybe some people over here sitting down. You can't even talk because it's so loud, and then you get people who are flipping, you know, so then you add in the flipper sound, especially, you know, so it gets loud down here. So let me turn those off so that we can, or what I'm doing, so now you can see like this row is pulled out and they're turned off so I can go behind them. So what I did was I added a sound barrier behind them. So like what this is just like a Harbor Freight moving blanket that I screwed to the wall. And I did this whole row already. You can see it a little bit up here, but what my goal was to put it back there so you couldn't see it, but you know, of course, so you look in the whole entire length, I have that. And it actually, I'm surprised at how well that's done in blocking the sound. So I'm doing this row as well. You know, when you want to block sound, the big thing is density and surface area. So like a lot of the sound dampening foam that you see, it'll have like these things sticking out, and then they'll have like tiny microscopic holes, or maybe not microscopic, you can see them, tiny holes in the foam. And the idea is that's all increasing the surface area so that when the sound goes in, it kind of gets trapped in these micro areas and it doesn't reflect and bounce back out. So that's what we're trying to stop, is reflection. So this is definitely not as good as those sound foam. It's nowhere near as good. I mean, it's not really that thick, so it doesn't have the density and it doesn't have the area. But the thing is it's fabric, so it's not as reflective as a wall. So it's definitely not a perfect solution, but it's a cheap solution, right? So that's what I wanted to go for, because I did look up those sound dampening foam panels. Oh my God, they're so expensive. So I went with this, and I'm pretty satisfied with the result, considering it only cost me about $50 for, I bought 7 of those blankets, the big ones. It was like about $50. The sound panels, I would have probably spent minimum $500, probably more than that, to do this. And I mean, I'm sure it would be better, but is it 10 times better? From $50 to $500, is it 10 times better, or is it only like 20% better? So that was kind of my decision. So I figured I'd just share this with you guys for those people who have like a larger collection. You have get-togethers, and you know, you have people over and everybody wants to play. Sometimes the kids start a game and they walk away from it, so now the sound's still playing. You get 3 or 4 games going at the same time. Somebody else wants to talk and you almost can't even talk. And then I see people like walking like down the hallway so they can, they're walking all the way down there by the bathroom so that they can, you know, they can talk, which is, you know, it's not, everybody's not getting the best experience. Anyway, just an idea.